Hey, what's up everybody? Today's video is going to compile all the glitches I found most helpful when starting a new playthrough on version 1.0.0 of Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Today's video is for anyone who watched my last guide on how to revert to version 1.0.0 to obtain both the MSG and the Decayed Master Sword. Now that process did require restarting your save file, so I've compiled 5 glitches that I think will help you hit the ground running in your next playthrough. We'll start with item duplication, for both regular items and Zonai devices. I'll then show a method to efficiently max out your battery. We'll follow that up with a way of quickly maxing out your money. Then I'll show weapon duplication, and next weapon state transfer, for any weapon, bow, or shield, including the MSG. And finally I'll wrap things up with some general tips on the glitches, as well as starting a new playthrough. I'll put timestamps in the description to outline each of the glitches that I show off, as well as credit to those who found them originally. So item duplication is actually pretty straightforward in this version of the game. All we'll need is a ledge high enough that we can jump off and take out our glider and the item we want to duplicate. To do this, jump off the ledge and pull out your glider. While still in midair, pause the game and come over to the item you want to duplicate. For this example, I'll use diamonds. So as you can see, going into this I have 109. Hold as many as you have, and then while holding them, click Y and B at the same time. Pick up the items that dropped on the ground, and if you come back to your inventory, you'll see that we now have 114 diamonds. Now the timing of this can be a little tricky at first, but just try to make sure that you're hitting Y and B at the exact same moment. I do find I'm a lot more consistent doing this on a Pro controller, so that may help too if you have one. Duplicating Zonai devices follows a very similar procedure. However, instead of a ledge, we just need a shield and a flat wall to press up against. I would recommend using a wing shield as you get a bit more height, but any shield will do. Now what we need to do is press ourselves flat against the wall and turn back and take one step away. Now face the wall again and perform a shield jump by holding out your shield, clicking Y then A in midair, and pausing the game before you've landed. Next, come over to the Zonai device you wish to duplicate and take out as many as you have. Now we just want to click Y and B at the same moment, and you'll notice there was a bit of a delay there closing my inventory. In my experience, that's a telltale sign that this has worked, and we can see here I've gone from 7 up to 14 fans. Lastly, I'll explain how to use item duplication to efficiently max out your battery. I recommend doing this at the Great Abandoned Central Mine just underneath the Great Plateau. You're going to need quite a bit of large zonite to do this, and there's a perfect little ledge here to do item duplication on. Repeat the duplication until you're satisfied with the amount of large zonite you have, and then come to the construct factory and buy all the large crystallized charges. Once you've done that, pull out a piece of wood and set it on this lava just here. This will allow you to light it and rest until morning. Now we just need to drop a hard save and reload it. Upon reloading, you'll notice their inventory has restocked, meaning you can buy 5 more large crystallized charges. Once you have an amount of large crystallized charges that you're content with, you can head up to the Great Sky Island and trade them in to upgrade your battery. So now that we're comfortable with item duplication, I'll explain how we can use it to quickly max out our rupees. The first thing we'll need is to duplicate a large amount of diamonds. The more you do, the quicker this will be for you. The next thing we need is to have our horse and a ledge nearby. I recommend coming to the outskirt stable as there's a ledge conveniently across the road. The last bit of importance is to make sure that we do this during the daytime. That's because we need Beetle, the shopkeep, to be outside, and during the night he goes into the stable. With all the setup out of the way, we just need to come over to the stable and take out our horse. Now just hop on your horse's back and ride over to the ledge with the cart leaning against it. You'll want to be roughly in this location, though you'll probably have to fine tune this. You can use ZL and left stick to fine tune the horse's location. To test it, climb up this ledge and see if you can walk off the side and land right on the horse's back. With your horse in a location you're happy with, come back up to the ledge and take out your diamonds via throwing. To do that, hold right bumper and then up on the D-pad. With our diamond in our hand, we'll want to walk off the ledge and land on the horse's back. However, just before landing, pause the game. Now come over to your items and hold 5 diamonds. Next, click minus and watch 1 memory. You can't skip this memory, it's just important that you play it. Now, without unpausing, click plus again, and again hold 5 more diamonds. At this point, you can unpause and you should notice a bundle of diamonds drift off, as their physics are a little weird. It's important that you stay on the horse's back at this point. If you jump off or fall off for whatever reason, it will ruin this glitch and you'll have to start from the beginning. At this point, we've done most of the difficult parts of this glitch. Now we just need to ride over to Beetle and sell him our diamonds. To get his attention, get as close as you can and hold ZL. Then, take out an item to throw, and you should get this animation that you can talk to him. From here, just come over to your inventory, and you can sell your entire stack of diamond without losing them. As you can see there, I just hit the rupee cap again, but to show that this will work indefinitely, I'll buy a couple items and come back and sell again. Now we can come back to sell again, and you see I now have all 104 diamonds that I started with. You can do this indefinitely until you get to the max limit of 9,999 rupees. It is important that you don't get off your horse until you're content with how many diamonds you've sold. However, when we do get off and we are happy, you'll see we have the same 5 diamonds we started with in our hands, meaning we can just drop those and pick them back up. So next up is weapon duplication. As I said before, this will work for any weapon, bow, or shield, including the MSG, which is what I'll use for this guide. The first step is to pause the game and equip whatever weapon you want to duplicate. Make note that I only have 2 30 damage MSGs. Next, unpause the game so whatever weapon you've equipped can appear on your back. Now pause the game and save. Next, without unpausing, drop your equipped weapon and equip any other. Now click plus as quick as you can and drop the equipped weapon. Now we just need to reload our save and the weapon should spawn at our feet. As you can see, everything went well and the MSG is spawned. When we pick that up, you can see we now have 3 30 damage MSGs. Our next glitch is weapon state transfer. I'll be showcasing this on our recently duplicated MSG, but this will work for any bow, weapon, or shield. The first step is to pause the game and equip your donor weapon, the weapon whose stats you want to transfer. Next, unpause the game and make sure the sword is on your back. Next, crouch and repause. Now we want to drop our donor weapon and equip whatever weapon we want the stats to transfer to. Next, we have to drop a shield. In my experience, larger shields work more consistently, but any shield should work. Next, we have to click plus again as quick as we can. After pause buffering, come back and drop your sword. Now with all three on the ground, stay crouched and pick up only your donor weapon. Once this is done, you'll see all my stats have transferred from my donor weapon onto my MSG. After that, you can pick up the MSG that's on the ground as well as your shield, and this will also be another way to do weapon duplication, as we retain the original target weapon we started with. So that's all 5 glitches I wanted to show off today, and I hope that these will help you fast track your progression in your new playthrough. Before we close things out, I had a couple quick tips that I wanted to run through as well. All of these work towards the same goal of maximizing your mobility. The first tip is unlocking auto build as soon as you can, as well as duplicating a large amount of Zonai so that you have builds at your disposal. Second is prioritizing upgrading your stamina wheel over health, as well as unlocking Toolin as soon as you can. These 4 things will increase your mobility drastically, and make getting through certain parts of the game a breeze. But with that said, that's all I have for you today. I appreciate you checking out the video, and please post any questions you may have down in the comment section below, and I'll be sure to answer as quick as I can. Thanks again for watching, and have a good one. Peace.